know what you're going to say?
I do.
Great.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Steve Brokaw. I'm an Indianapolis-based studio portrait photographer, but I also do a lot of film photography. I've been working with Use Photo Pro for many years and recently started to collaborate with them to test some film cameras and to show off some of the skills that these film cameras have. So today I picked this really cool Fujifilm GF670 Pro. This is a 6x7 format film camera. It shoots 120 film. And the nice thing about this camera is that it has a curtain that you can put over it that will shoot 6x6 as well. So you get a couple of different uses out of this camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around Indianapolis today and we're going to shoot it and hopefully develop this film tonight and post some of the images. And so now we're going to load this thing. All right, you just open it. There's a little switch here that you open. Okay, we've got this thing loaded with some Cinestill 400D color film, and we're going to take this out outside the store and walk around and see how it works. Hey everybody, this is Steve Brokaw. I'm back. I'm testing out the Fujifilm 6x7, so this is a GF670 Professional that I borrowed from Use Photo Pro. And I've put 6 rolls through this since the other day and really like this camera. A couple of reasons why I like this camera. It's really good, at least in my opinion, for street photography. You might not think about it because it is a 120 camera and it's a folder. But let me tell you why. One is that it's phenomenally quiet, and that's one of the reasons why I like it the most, is that the shutter slap is near silent. There's no other camera that I've photographed or used that is that good. Secondly is that it's super simple to load. So again, if you're doing street photography and you're going through a lot of film, this camera I loaded 6 rolls in this thing and never had one situation where I felt like I was struggling, so I was able to load the film in very, very quickly. The next thing, obviously, it's a 6x7. So if you are shooting a 6x7 format, perfect camera for that. And the nice thing about this versus some of the other 6x7 cameras is that it also has a 6x6 setting. So if you want a 6x6, you can use this as well. You can't change it while you're shooting, but you can set this by 6x6, so really good thing. The other thing is that it's got a really sharp lens. It's a Fujifilm 3.5 lens, super sharp. It goes from, the f-stop goes from 3.5 to f20, which for street photography is perfect. So I really like it from that standpoint. The camera is also got a really nice leaf shutter in it, and for a photographer that also does studio work, that's really good because you're not limited to the sync speed of the camera. So you can shoot this up to 1/500th of a second, which is one of the downsides with this camera, that at least from my perspective, if you're shooting street photography, 1/500th of a second might be a little limiting. However, just by adjusting your ISO film, you can take care of that. So the maximum shutter speed on this is 1/500th of a second. You can get it down to bulb. It has an automatic setting, so really this is literally a point and shoot camera. You just set it to the auto setting and you're good to go. So this camera for me, I think would probably be really good for landscape. It would be very, very good for street photography, again, because it's quiet. It's also very light. It only weighs about 2 pounds. And also the nice thing about this, it's very, very compact. It doesn't look that compact when it's extended, but when you close it up, the camera is very, very small. So as in comparison, it fits easily in this small Temba bag, and from a comparison standpoint, it's not that much bigger than a standard Leica rangefinder. So it's really a very good complement to a street kit you might have. Probably what I would do is if I took this out, I would take a digital camera like a Fujifilm X100F or the latest edition and shoot with that. So really like this camera. The other thing on the downside is that the one problem I did find with this camera is that it's got a super sensitive shutter release button. I actually took probably 3 or 4 shots while it was in the camera bag because it is so sensitive, and because it's quiet, you don't hear it firing. So what I would recommend is that once you take a shot, and if you're going to put it in your camera bag, don't advance the shutter. And then lastly, because this is a premier camera, there's a price you're going to have to pay for it. It's a good investment. I would consider it an investment camera. They're obviously not making them anymore, so there's not that many available. But it does come with a fairly reasonable price. So other than that, the camera's great. I love it, and I'm thinking about buying it. All right, that's it for now. Thanks.